Hey guys, welcome to Joe's RC Corner, and today I'm going to catch you guys up on the Cricket, where we are, because if you've been following my Facebook page, you probably have realized 40 hours are done and my task-based testing is done. We still have a little bit of work to do and a few more gremlins to work out, but stay tuned and I'll go over those. All right, guys, so like I said, we are done with our phase one testing here. We're ready to take the plane out on a long journey up to Mexico, Missouri from Las Cruces, New Mexico. We are going to be packing the airplane up. We're going to camp at the event. So we've installed a couple of things here on the plane. We're going to go over those things one by one. So, number one, I did have a aircraft automation servo system. My pitch servo ended up getting stripped. I'm not sure if it happened in flight or if it happened at some point. I may have banged into it. So what I did is I went ahead and I took the one from the left wing for right now and we installed it back here. I do have them on order. They're just simple high-tech servos, nothing fancy. And I also ordered larger trim tabs. This is plenty for my elevator, but I'm finding it's not enough for my aileron because I am going a little bit slower than I thought I would be going. Generally, we're flying, I'm noticing my cruise speeds, 86 to 90 knots, give or take, depending on how fast I want to push it. But generally, I'm flying about 86 knots. So plenty fast enough for me. It's going to take a little bit of time to get somewhere, but it's fine. It is a box. It's not a speed demon, guys. But she's flying good. I'm also at a higher density altitude, so I'm trying to play around with keeping my prop to where I can climb without sacrificing too much speed. Right now, my whirlwind prop is set to 22 degrees on the prop, and that seems to give me a good balance of about 500 foot per minute at roughly 65 to 70 knots, give or take, full throttle, showing 4,800 RPM on the inside. So I'd rather have that climb right now because of our high density altitudes. Maybe I'll play around with it, try to get a little bit more pitch out of it for when I'm down lower. I don't know. We'll see. One of the things I do want to upgrade, and this is going to be down the road, is I do want to put that VIP prop on here. I think that's going to be a game changer on this airplane in regards to maintaining very good climb rates at this density altitude as well as speed. So that is going to be something that I want to look at installing later on. But for now, this is what we got, so have to sacrifice something. So just a few updates. We did install these vents on the side to try to help my gearbox, the heat from the engine escape a little bit better. Seems to be working really, really well. During extended climbs, the gearbox probably reaches about 220, 225. I know that's still high, but it's still within limitations. So I'm not too concerned about it. 250 is a max on the new gearbox, which I do have the X stamp here. So everything is working well. No more leaks. Thanks, Jan and Alyssa, for taking care of that for me so fast. I appreciate that. Gearbox is running great. Did lower my oil to 8 ounces per yawn because I was still getting fairly high temperatures with the 10 ounces in there. So 8 ounces. And gearbox stays nice and cool now. The other update we did, of course, and I think you guys may have already seen it, we have the new scoop here for the radiator, and that is helping a great deal. I can climb all day long. Temperatures never go over 190. Normal cruise, we're about 180. Descent, we go down to about 170, 160. On the engine itself. So I'm happy with that. Everything is working super nice there. So there's that. Went ahead and repacked my wheel bearings on all of the wheels because they were a little squeaky, probably because I didn't do them right the first time. So went ahead and fixed that. So they're working really, really nice now. No squeaks, brakes are great. Not really seeing any issues there. So inside the plane, let's go over what we did here. So first things first, in the back here, we do have this netting now. So when we pack up all of our camping gear, we can use this netting to try to keep everything in place. Works out pretty nice there. We also have netting down here for our cargo. That's going to be in these areas here. I did move this over here, the fire extinguisher, to the back. And the reason for that is you got to have your cup holders, guys. So got my cup holder, both sides, the other one on that side there. So that works out really well. We do have both headsets. We got a hanger now for that right up here. Inside in the front cabin, I did do a couple of changes up in here. One of the main things is this is a magnetic charging base for my new iPad that I just got. And the reason why I swapped it out to this newer one, it's the iPad Pro 11-inch. Works great. Very well, can see it very well in the day. But it is, this here also has these little pins here, and that connects to the iPad and then charges it on this magnetic plate. Just flew with it today, doesn't move. Works wonderful. I do have my Garmin 175 is now updated. This is all set up properly now. So I do have my aircraft automation. These are my trims. I also have them here. My push to talk on both sides here. Hobbs meter, and then we also updated these as well. We now have USB-C and a USB-A. They are quieter than the previous ones that I bought on Amazon, so I didn't notice any noise in my headset from them this time, so I think those are going to work out really well. Of course, you got to have the picture of your woman on the plane. So I have that there. Now, I also did run into a slight issue with my ident button on here. So my ident button here does not work, so I have to send the EFIS back to GRT to get that repaired. Not going to get it back in time for the homecoming, so what I did instead is I went ahead and installed a little button right here. That button now is hardlined to the trig transponder, and that's going to hit my ident button instead for right now. I will be sending this back, and maybe at one point I may redo my panel, rearrange some things, but for right now this is working very, very nicely. Super happy with it, and that still gives me the ability to hit the ident. So when and so I also got my transponder checked also for VFR, so I am legal for 2 years now. In 2 years I'm going to go ahead and do the IFR check because my 175 is IFR rated, so I will be able to utilize that when I'm wanting to travel somewhere and just go. I did install my boot here, which is nice. Keeps things from falling down in between. However, I used some screws to get that on there, so that way I can pop that off and take a look inside my panel area here to make sure nothing is interfering. Everything has been working pretty well. So the other thing that I installed here was my gust lock bungee cord. So I added these two little D-rings here on either side, and basically this will hook into this side, wrap around, pull that nice and tight, and hook on that side. Now, I know it's not a super hard secure system, but it does prevent the elevator from moving up and down. It does not stop the ailerons, but that's fine. My damage that I might incur from what I've seen, how my elevator just moves sometimes with the wind. So this keeps it nice and secure. But yeah, so that's all good to go now. I also did modify my vent system. So this is now my vent on both sides over there too. And they seem to work pretty well. I plugged up the holes down here with a screw. So I drilled, tapped it, or tapped it, cut it flush, and then put a screw in. And then I added these little rounds around it to protect that. Also did 3D print some mounts here, so I can mount GoPros on the wing and on the tail, if I so choose to. But everything else is working really well. Not really seeing any other issues. Flight controls are very smooth, very comfortable. Radio works great. GPS works great. Fuel system seems to be running just fine. I can get down during landing about 55 on flare and still have plenty of elevator still to go. I'm using about half of the elevator that I have available during that, and of course the fuselage is oil cannon like crazy during that high alpha, but seem to still have plenty to go. So I'm really happy with that. Now the only things that I want to add still to the plane is I know they have the cuffs that cover up this area. That would be nice for preventing water from getting in during any time the aircraft is sitting. But seems to be working pretty well right now. I did just fix this crack up here. So when installing it, it cracked, but I went ahead and I bought some clear epoxy after I did the stop. So I did the drill stop first, and then I used some clear epoxy and filled the hole and that crack with it a little bit. And now I'm just letting that cure. It's still a little tacky. I'm going to let that cure overnight, and then we'll pull that tape from underneath. I had it boxed off, and then I'll just buff that area once it hardens entirely. Yeah, so as I said, vent on this side as well. Works pretty well. Haven't seen any issues there with that. I have flown her with avgas a couple times using Declan as recommended by Viking Aircraft Engines. So I have ran the avgas, no issues. Keep an eye on those spark plugs and also the valves, but everything seems to be pretty good. Haven't had any issues with it yet. During the trip here, I'm going to have to get avgas 4 times, 2 on the way out, 2 on the way back. Should be fine. I brought Declan right there, and we're going to keep that in the plane, so that way when I have to stop and get some gas, I will. I'm trying to look for places that have MoGas. I'm going to post the locations where we are going to be stopping. If anybody wants to help out and provide me with some MoGas, I'll pay you back. Bring it out to the airport where I'm going to be if you're nearby. If not, that's fine. I understand. But check out in the description below. I'm going to put in the airport identifiers of where I'm planning on stopping along the way. I'll probably do something similar for on the way back, because if I can run MoGas 91 or above, that would be great. But avgas is fine. It does run on it. It does not seem to have any ill effect on the engine as long as you use the Declan. So anyways, guys, yeah, so there's that. All right, guys, so like I said, she's flying great. We're done with our phase 1. We're able to take people up in the plane. So my wife and I are going to be piling up in the plane along with some camping gear on Wednesday, next Wednesday. We're going to depart Las Cruces sometime in the afternoon and stop at one location and get a hotel room for one night, and then continue the last 2 legs to Mexico, Missouri on the 18th. Should be there sometime around 3, 4 o'clock, but as they say, when you're flying your own plane, plan for the unplanned, right? So should be good. Looking forward to it. It's going to be a first cross country with the Cricket, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys. So make sure you hit that like, subscribe. So I'm going to try to start getting a little bit more regular on posting videos. I haven't done a lot of RC stuff. I'm actually going to start downsizing some of my RC, start concentrating a little bit more on the Cricket here, because planes cost money, you know. So we'll go ahead and close out the video here for today, and maybe have a little bit of video from my last flight on the plane. So stay tuned, guys, and hope to see you guys at the Zenith fly-in in Mexico, Missouri next weekend. Bye now.